faceted glass. Yes. Um, look at these beads. Aren't they amazing? So it does have links and some faux pearls, but it's these glass beads that are absolutely fabulous. Have some rhinestone spacers as well. A little bit of wear, but overall pretty fantastic. Here is the clasp. There is your heart, Carol Lee heart. It's hard to see, but it does say Carol Lee right there. So a great Carol Lee piece. That is running right now for $7. 16 inches is what this Carol Lee is. I love these glass beads. Great shape. All right, friends, thank you for looking at that one. All right. Next up, I have quite a few pretty necklaces here. So let's look at this gem. Caught up. So this is a double-stranded, and they're like it's really kind of hard to describe the color. They're like shades of tealy, gray, purple. Really neat beaded piece. Probably circa 50s. There is your J hook. The hardware is a little worn, but like a little discolored, but no verdigris or anything like that. Overall, it's pretty great. The beads are awesome. Look at the beads. So they're not exactly, some of them are like around, but they are really neat. And as they get to the bottom, they're like chunky and fabulous. You have that great sound. Yes, right? Sammy, these are awesome. Really cool. So they are running right now for 11. The inside strand is 18 inches. The outside strand is 20. And it does have a fabulous 2-inch extender on it. I love the colors on these. They're almost like an iridescent kind of thing. Yeah. All right. Yes, the colors. The colors are gorgeous. All right, guys, let's do another giveaway. Let me load up a giveaway for you. So next up, I'm going to give, in anticipation of the upcoming season, is going to be this pretty angel brooch. And again, the giveaways are 100% giveaway. Like, you don't have to worry about shipping or anything like that. So that's completely on me. So let me show this up close. So this, I believe, is probably handmade. Has a really pretty little filigree halo and some rhinestones and glass. And there's a couple of different metals working on there. Here is the back. You can see how it's been layered. And it also has a pendant on there as well. So I am going to load this giveaway. And it's going to run, I'm going to start this giveaway. It's going to run for 2 minutes. So make sure that you, on the upper right-hand corner of your screen, up here, boop, that you click entry. Again, and if this is not your jam, maybe you could put it in a holiday gift or hang it on a tree. So that's rolling right now. So go ahead and make sure you enter for that. We'll set her back there. And in the meantime, let's pull up some other things. All right. Dun, dun, dun. Okay. So next up, I have this little brooch pin. It is gold toned with like an ice blue glass / rhinestone, a little bit of Aurora Borealis. And I think that is Mary. I am not sure. Can't really see what it says on there. Here is the back of it. This is probably 1950s. This is going to be run for $3. And it's a nice little size. So I'm not real sure. Right here, there is a year. Looks like a year on there, 1830. So I'm not Catholic, so I'm not quite sure what the year is in reference to. But all right, so we have 2 entries, guys. We have 20 seconds. Make sure you take a chance on that. All right. Next up, I'm just going right down the list. So next up, I have this cool belt. It is 34.5 inches. Okay. 34.5 inches. All right, here goes our drawings. So congratulations to Carol. Thank you so much, Carol. So this pretty gem is going to be heading your way. Congratulations. Oh, you are so welcome. Thank you for hanging out here with me. All right, guys. So this is going to be an accessory, obviously. Let me just pull it up here. So this is a belt. Okay. It is gold tone chains, has these really cool metal, like little connectors on it. A little bit of metalware, but still pretty fabulous. Then it has these sails, red, white, and blue, tiny enamel sails every so often on them. Little, there's some enamel wear, but not, not too bad. And then it has this fabulous larger gem. Pretty cool. And it just has a hook. Okay, again, you can see some metalware around the edge of that hook, but it is really cool. So it hook there, and your larger flagship sail would hang. So this gem is running right now for $10. I guess they're flags. I think I was saying sails. I guess they're flags. I don't know. They could be on your sailboat, right? All right. Let's see. I am just moving along. 1 hour goes quick on these kind of trains. All right. Next up, I have a 2-piece set. And it's just beautiful. And I feel like this would make such a great gift for the bird watcher in your life. So this is a fabulous gold tone with gorgeous blue and purple and green enamel. You can see the flower and a really pretty hummingbird. Here is the back of it. There is no mark on there. As far as the name, it does have a little insignia. It almost looks like bird feet, if you could see that. And then it comes with these matching flower earrings. And they're very, very tiny. Here is how large your pin is. So it's about 2 inches. And then these really pretty. And they're in very nice condition. So they would be a beautiful gift. So they're running right now for $7. The enamel's really nice on them. The gold is really nice on them. But very, very pretty. All right, friends, thanks for looking at that. Let's see. Next up, I have this brooch. I think this is so fabulous. It is really big, oversized. Look how big that is. Like it's a good 3.5 inches. It's pretty wide as well. Gold tone metal leaves, and look at the accent on them. Like lots of little accents and details. Really great condition. Here's your back of it. Super long bar. So that is running right now for $3. Great for the fall, even though I feel like it's just running, like going so by so fast. I can't believe that Thanksgiving is coming, this week. It's crazy. Crazy, crazy. All right, guys, let's see what's next. Next, I have a lovely, how beautiful is this gem here? Um, Gold tone hummingbird with red, green, and blue enamel accent. It also has pretty rhinestones and a red glass eye. Here is the back. It is not marked. The back has a little metal wear. You can see the paint is coming off the wings on the back, probably from, fabric, being against fabric. But the front part is beautiful. Here is how big this one is. So that's going to run $5, and that's running right now. Pretty gem there. All right, guys, thank you for looking at that. Next up, if I am moving too fast, please don't hesitate to say slow down. Or if you see something, that you would like to see, where you see the 59, because you can only hang around for a little bit, be sure to say something as well. So next up is this pretty handmade gem. It is gold toned, does have, you can see it does have some metal wear as far as like the paint is off. So you can see the metal underneath in some spots. But this right here, of course, is what makes it pop, right? It's hand embroidered. So it is a good size, but look how tiny those stitches are. They are amazing. Like, I don't know. The needle has to probably be really short and rounded, but beautiful work. Here is the back of this piece. And it also is, has the pendant where you can, wear as a pendant as well. So that gem is running right now for $7. I have some of these myself in my personal collection, and I get like little tiny little art easels from the dollar store, and I prop them up on my bookshelves. So that's an idea. If you're like, wow, I really like that, but I don't know that I would wear it. It's like a little piece of art. So, yes. Like I put them, I have like collect antique books, and I'll put them on the shelf, like in front of the binds of the books. So that's an idea for everyone. All right. Next up, I have a fabulous piece of art here. This is a brooch, okay? A handmade brooch. I'll get back to that in a second. Um, it has like a stained glass kind of look to it, and I'm calling it a flag. I don't know if that's what it's supposed to be, but that's what I'm calling it. You can see the metal work. They have, folded the metal around the edges of it. It is just really cool. There, this is like a little silver ball. You can see there is some paint wear on that if you look real close. But look at this. This is glass. It is really, really cool. See, they did all the handwork on that. Here is the back of it. It does have the artist. She signed it. I think it's Connie Bennett, maybe. But it's so amazing. I love it so much. It is a big piece, a really big piece. So that is running right now for $6. Isn't it? It is so pretty. Lot of work in it, for sure, and very different. This would be another piece because it's bigger. I feel like if you got like a suction cup, you could probably like hang it on your window because it's, that big. All right, let's see. Let's see what is next. Okay, let's do this one. Since we're talking about handmade items, next up I have a handmade copper Renoir. You can see it does have up under the light, you can see there are some like blemishes on it, but it is pretty cool. I feel like here is kind of like a heart-shaped leaf to it. Here's the back. Does need some you can see on the back the copper's getting black, so it would need to be polished up on the back. There is your Renoir. If you're not familiar with them, they are very well known for their copper pieces. And here's how big this one is. So that is running right now for $6. I made copper heart leaf. So thank you so much for your bid, friend. It's really neat. Yes. All right. Congratulations. Heading your way. Super cool piece. All right. Let's see here. Keeping track of our time. All right. So this is a lovely piece. So silver toned. It is a faux, has that faux marcasite. It's marcasite, but it's a faux marcasite. So it's like the marcasite look. Does have a really pretty mother of pearl center in it. It's done in the Art Deco style. Here is the back of it. It is in pretty nice condition overall. And here's how big it is. So this is going to have a $5 start. And that is running right now. So there is a little insignia on there, but couldn't find anything about what it was. All right, let's see here. Okay. Here is another super cool handmade gem. Definitely a metalwork piece. Silver tone metal. You can see you have your flower top, and these have rhinestones on them. Little bit of wear. You can see needs a little bit of TLC in between those petals. But overall, it is pretty fabulous. Here are the hand beaded glass beads on the bottom. And here is your back of it. You can see where it's probably been punched. But a really super cool handmade gem. Here's how big it is. And it has some weight to it, guys. It's running right now for $7. This gem has a lot of weight. It is pretty heavy. But a really neat piece. All right. Thank you for looking at that. All righty. Dun, dun, dun. Okay. Next up, I have this piece here. It is silver toned with faceted glass, and you can see that some of the glasses are Yellow, they need some cleaning up. I think it is glue residue is what I think it is. I'm not 100%, but the placement of them makes me think it's melted and come up. So it's more, it's a TLC piece. Needs some little bit of love to bring her back. Here is the back. But a pretty little piece. If anybody is interested, we're going to run that now for $3. And there is how big that one is. All right, friends, thank you for looking at that one. Dun, dun, dun. Let's see. Next up, I do have, where did you go? Oh, there it is. It's like hiding underneath another one. Next up, I have this pretty gold toned Trifari maple leaf. You can see it's in pretty nice condition. You can see it does have like etching and the outline around the like emphasis around the edges there. Here is your back of it. And your Trifari, where is it? Right there. There's your Trifari mark. And it's a good size. A pretty fall brooch from Trifari. So that's going to run right now for $5. All right, friends. Thank you for looking at that one. Let's see here. Next, I have this pretty, pardon me, this pretty brooch. It is silver toned, and the black are acrylics, and it does have a rhinestone, some rhinestone accent to it. This one, the bigger ones are acrylic. These feel like maybe they could be a stone. Here is the back of it. Overall, it's pretty nice. Kind of has that like fleur look to it. It's going to have a start of $4. And that is running right now. Alrighty. Going to do another giveaway here shortly. In the meantime, let's look at these here. So these are pretty amazing silver toned floral shoe clips. They are, I just love them. They are really big. They would be great on a solid ballet flat. Or I have, people have told me on these bigger shoe clips that they upcycle them and make belt buckles out of them. So this would be a good contender for that. Look how pretty that is. Floral cutout. Here is the back of them. And there are your clips. And there's the back of that one. But a pretty fabulous. And they are heavy, which is why they'd be, good for a belt buckle. They are running right now for $6. These are probably like 1940s, maybe. Pretty cool. All right, guys, thank you for looking at that. Let's see what we have next. All right, let's do a couple more necklaces. Try to keep track of the time here. I always list way more than I have time for. So if you see anything that you want to see, please let me know, because I don't think I'm going to get to all of it. Here we go. Next up is this beauty right here. It is a Japan choker. So tiny. It's 12 inches with a 3-inch extender. The colors are fabulous. You have different shades of brown, really nice acrylic beads, and then these are all glass. And I'm going to pull it off and show you in a minute. Amber color glass. They are beautiful cuts. Beautiful cut glass. So here is your hardware. It is a J-hook. There's your Japan. And there is your 3-inch extender. Your beads start out small and then they get a little bit bigger. But look at these cuts. They are a great shape, right? They're kind of like oblong and they get a little bigger too. They have a little bit of an Aurora Borealis coating, you can see. Let's give them a little extra pop. And then these big ones here. I'll give you an idea, the biggest ones, about how big the biggest ones are. It's so beautiful. Orange and gray lucite. Yep. Jacqueline, I could do that one for you next. Sure thing. This one is running for $7. Again, it's really little. You could probably, if you have skinny wrist, you could probably double it up and use it as a bracelet. I love the colors. Love the colors. All right, let me pull the orange lucite. Here it is. So I'm going to put it on here so you can see. And let me find the listing. There you go. So this is pretty long. So it's 29 inches. And here is kind of give you an idea what it looks like. The beads start out small and they get a little bit bigger on the bottom. I'll pull it up here. So here is the hardware on there. A little bit of metalware. You can see like the paint and stuff on the hardware. But the beads are pretty cool. The beads are pretty nice. There are small little beads in between too. This is probably, all hand done, but really neat. And then they get a little bit bigger. Let me see if I can show you a size comparison. So they get a little bigger. This is the top, and then that's near the bottom. But it is in pretty fabulous condition overall. So that's going to run right now for $4. They have that really nice sound to them that a good bead has. Thank you so much for your bid. They're very pretty. All right, congratulations. Thank you so much. Here, you are very welcome. So let's do, like I said, let's do some necklaces. Put this one. This is a fabulous 1928 set. So if you're not familiar with the company 1928, they were actually a company mostly in the 80s that did like the Victorian early 20 era kind of style jewelry. So it's like 80s does Victorian. So this one is really, really pretty. It is triple strand, and it has acrylic beads and some glass on there. It is beautiful. It is 17 inches with a 3-inch extender. So here is the hardware. It has a J hook hardware. on it. And here is your 1928 tag. And here are the beads. So they're like a pink acrylic. They have like a metallic swirled paint on them. They start out small, they get bigger. There's some gold on there. Then these green beads that are absolutely fabulous are glass. They are made of glass. This is just a gorgeous necklace. So that is running right now for $8. Show that up close. So pretty. These remind me, I don't know, every time I look at it, I think of watermelons. They kind of have the shape of a watermelon on there. All right, let's see what else we have. Next up, I have a gorgeous two-piece set. It is a necklace, a triple strand necklace with matching earrings. Gorgeous, gorgeous purples. Look how pretty they are. Make sure I'm telling you the right length. So 16 inches, that outer. 16 inches with a 3-inch extender is the outer. The most inner one is, let's see, about 11 inches. So like 11 to 16 inches between the links. So this is probably a circa 50s. Has a J hook. There is your extender. And then look at these beads. Are they not fabulous? Really, really nice beads. And then it's like a purpley swirl. And you can see they're molded. They do have seams on them. Great sound to them. Gold spacer, little floral gold spacers. Then they come with these made with the same beads, beautiful floral clips, hand beaded clip earrings. And the metal is pretty. Metal's not too bad on these. It's really, they're pretty nice overall. So a great set. Just a beautiful two-piece set. So that's running right now for $14. Oops. They remind me of like a Japan, but they're not marked Japan, but they're in that style. Purple and pink. Just beautiful colors there. Thank you for looking at that. Just got like a chill. Ooh. All right. Next up, I have a piece of jewelry to give away. It is a more modern piece for sure. Probably 90s, maybe early Y2K. Let me take a picture of it. It is a Leah Sophia pendant necklace. I'm going to call it Leah Sophia green necklace giveaway. Again, friends, for the giveaways, it's just like it sounds. It's a giveaway. You don't have to pay for shipping or anything like that. So make sure you take a chance. If it's not, your jam, you could give it away to somebody. So let me go over this a little bit before I hit the start button so you can see. So it's kind of like a ribbon, shades of green, like a light ribbon cord necklace. So it kind of would look like, have that kind of look on it. And very pretty enamel. Here's the back. Like I said, it is marked Leah Sophia. And here's your hook. So this is not a vintage. It wasn't made yesterday, but not, wasn't made in the 50s or 40s either. But that giveaway is going to start right now. So right up here in that corner, make sure you take a chance on it. And that can be yours, headed your way. So I will pop that, oops, up there on the mannequin. You can see what we're giving away. Alrighty. While that is running, we will take a look at another fabulous necklace. So this one is like a circa 1980s. Oh, I did not measure the length of this one. Let me measure the length. Love this one. It's so cool. So this is just about 30 inches. Just shy of 30 inches. So it looks like this. And then this is our giveaway. So this is what we're showing off. So it's a single strand up here, has these fabulous spacers here, and then the bottom are 4. It is really a fun necklace. Here is your hardware on it. You can see it is hand strung. Great black acrylic beads at the top. Some gold spacers. Guys, we have 26 seconds left on our giveaway. And then I love these. Look at the design on those. And they are both sides. And then it has these here. Great acrylic. Like really nice, beautiful quality. So just a beautiful necklace from the 1980s. Going to pull that off. And so Carol, congratulations, Carol. This one is all yours. Thank you so much. Put that with your other one. You are very welcome. All right. So again, 30 inches. Very cool 1980s hand beaded piece. That's going to run right now for $4. The colors are really amazing. This would be great on a black dress. Just a little pop, right? Or a white t-shirt with some jeans and a pair of flats. Just love it. I think it's such a cool piece. All right, guys. Gosh, we have 10 more minutes. Okay. Probably not going to get to everything, but we'll try. We'll try to get to as many as we can. All right. So next I have this beautiful gem right here. It is gold toned. It's kind of like a garnet color, acrylic center. Then your purple are glass, and then you have really pretty rhinestone accents. The gold metal is pretty nice. I don't really see any turning or anything like that. Here is the back of this. Oops. And there is how big it is. So that's going to run right now for $4. Maybe. Let's try that again. Oh, I froze up. Okay, now it's running. That was odd. So that's running right now for $4. Pretty little gem. All right, thank you for looking. Next up, I have this piece here. So this is a brooch. Yes, Jacqueline, I will show that one next. So this is an oversized brooch. Has a larger faux pearl. A little bit of wear. If you look real close, you can see some faint scratches, but nothing over the top. Gold toned with great big lovely glass pieces and rhinestone. Every time I like pull this one out, I feel like it would be so pretty for a bride or to like use in a bridal veil. I just love it. I think it's so pretty. Overall, it's in pretty nice condition. Here's the back of it. So there you go. So that's going to run right now for $4. Just a really, really pretty piece. All right, guys. So let's pull up this one. So this necklace is 20 inches. And so here is what it looks like. It is handmade. Handmade, very pretty. I think these might be silver. I'm not sure. They are not tested. But from my research, these type of necklaces a lot of the times were, but I did not test it. I did want to point that out. Either way, it's a really pretty handmade piece. Here is the hardware on this one. And here are they're very thin, very, kind of dainty. And then you can see, fairly certain these are opalite beads. And then your hematite, like an opalite glass. It's really pretty, very unique. There's the back side of it. And let me give you an idea. You can see, they're not real big, right? So they're on the side, smaller side. So that's going to run right now. Yep, running right now for you for $6. Thank you so much for your bid. Yeah, it's very pretty. All right, congratulations. Thank you so much. You're very welcome. Put that in a little jewelry bag for you. And there we go. All right. So I'm going to run, going to run one last giveaway. Oops. To add it to the, so this one is an enamel flower. It is this guy is a TLC piece. You can see he has he has some chips, but I just think he's so cool because I feel like this looks like caramel. Caramel enamel paint. So this is going to be a giveaway. Again, I take care of the shipping. It's truly a giveaway for you. And here is how big it is. So very cool enamel flower giveaway. Let me just, can't spell. Enamel flower giveaway. All right. Dun, dun, dun. Where'd you go? All right, so that is running right now. So right up here, you can see right up here in that corner where it says giveaway, hit that button and you can take a chance on that gem right there. All right. Let's see here. Next up, I have a 2-piece handmade goldstone necklace and pierced earring set. This would be a fabulous holiday gift. It is in beautiful condition. So that is the necklace, which I will show up close. But that is what it looks like on it. Oh, I did not measure that one either. I am slipping, my friends. It is an 8, just about 17 inches. So here is the hardware for this one. This is a more modern. There is your mark on there. And there's your goldstone pieces. Really, really pretty gem. And then it has, let's double check, guys, 39 seconds on that giveaway. Make sure you hit enter. And here are the matching handmade earrings. David, let's see. For the clasp there, 14 karat gold filled, maybe just for the clasp. I think I'm having trouble seeing that. Yeah, is that 14? Yeah, not a 925. All right, drawing the winter. All right, Jackie, congratulations. So that is going to go home with you as well. Yeah, so this is really pretty. This would be a great holiday piece. So then it comes with, and it's handmade, comes with matching pierced earrings. So they're running right now. So yes, I sure can. Yep. Yes. I don't think, David, that these are, I think it's the clasp, if that makes sense. I think they use the clasp. Yeah. Yeah. That's crazy. That is a lot. Oh. All right. Let me pull that pearl one up again. Okay. So this one here. Ouch. There we go. So this is really pretty, Jackie. It is a nice size. It's just really pretty. Like I said, does have, if you look real close under the light, there's some scratches, like faint scratches. But overall, it's really pretty. So that is running right now for $4 for you. Thank you, friend. A really pretty piece. Whoops. Hook that back up in there. All right. Congratulations. Yeah, isn't that the truth? I'm going to remember that one. We all have a lot of dings, few dings. I love that. All right, let me see. Yes, she is already. All right, we are going to be rating Hints of Violet. Thank you so much for hopping on our buyer's appreciation train with me. I really appreciate all of you so much hanging out with me the past year and a half here on VGA. And all of the sellers. I know we're also appreciative. I hope you enjoyed looking at the jewelry. I hope everyone enjoys the rest of their evening and has a absolutely wonderful Thanksgiving this week. Take care, be safe, and we are going to go read. Oh, there we go. Now we're going to read.